Our top stories on the brief. It's officially the first day of Ramadan. As the Sultan of Sokoto and President of the National Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Muhammad Saad Abubakar, yesterday announced the sighting of the crescent moon, signaling the commencement of fasting for Muslims in the holy month. The Sultan made the announcement at his palace in Sokoto after receiving and verifying reports of moon sighting from Muslim leaders and organizations across the country, which were duly authenticated and verified by the state and national moon sighting committees. The crescent was earlier sighted in Saudi Arabia on Sunday.
Today, Sunday, 29th day of Sha'ban, 1445 after the Hijrah of most noble Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, which is equivalent to 10th March 2024, marks the end of Sha'ban, 1445 after Hijrah. And the reports of positive moon sighting were received from Muslim leaders and organizations across the country, which we duly accepted. Consequently, tomorrow, Monday, the 11th day of March 2024, becomes the first day of Ramadan 1445 after the Hijrah. We therefore call on all Muslims in the country to commence fasting accordingly. We call on all Muslims to use the glorious month of Ramadan for extra prayers for our leaders in our country, Nigeria, and for more dedication to the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
And now to governance, to the claim by Senator Abdul Ningi that the federal government is operating two versions of the 2024 budget, a statement which has rattled not just the presidency, but other key institutions of government as well. Well, in its reaction, the presidency has described the statement as false. And according to a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, it says that contrary to the strange view expressed by Senator Ningi, there was no way the Senate could have debated and passed a 25 trillion naira budget that was not presented to the National Assembly. Well, the presidency also described as far-fetched and unbecoming of a leader of a status the claim by Senator Ningi that the 2024 budget was anti-North. But that's not all. Three senators, Steve Sunday Karimi, Titus Tetengazam, and Kakisheu, have also dismissed the allegation of budget padding by Senator Abdul Ningi as unfounded, baseless, and a figment of his imagination. The senators, in a statement on behalf of the Northern Senators Forum, warned against what they described as the antics of blackmailers bent on creating an atmosphere of crisis in the upper chamber of the National Assembly. The three senators say they cannot be used to blackmail the budget process, which was done in good faith. And the Labour Party says it remains the only option to credible leadership, which has been the bane of the country's development. The chairman of the party, Mr. Julius Abure, gave this position at a press briefing in Lagos, where he expressed delight over the many victories won by the party, despite what he calls various campaigns of calumny against its leadership. He also adds that the Labour Party is in support of the implementation of the Oronsai report, which he claims is long overdue.
We have over-bloated civil service. We have over-bloated agencies where we waste our money, waste our time, waste all kinds of resources on those agencies. So Labour Party is supportive of the Oronsai report, and we are looking forward to its full implementation. I think it's a right step in the right direction. More so that the life of Nigerians have not improved. And I think I've spoken to that when I was making my remark. The country have not improved in terms of economy, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of health, in terms of education. All aspects of our lives is still in a very, very chaotic position. And therefore, nothing has changed. Nothing has improved the life of the people. And as it stands today, Labour Party still remains the credible alternative.
And now to the subnational level in Lagos, the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the state's 2023 election, Abdulaziz Adeniro, who has been out of the spotlight for a while, says the party's misfortune in the state is being orchestrated by disloyal members within the party, whose stock in trade is to work against the party for selfish reasons. He calls on these alleged disgruntled elements to leave the party instead of working against its progress.
But let me correct an impression. We didn't lose 2023 election because we didn't work. No. That is why I'm here to appreciate all of you. We are more than this. You are my heroes. You did very well. Another one that I need to say to you. We did not lose 2023 because some people within the party chose to do other things. No, that's not why we did. That's not why we lost. No. No. What they did in 2023, they did not do it because of Jandor, because they have issues with Jandor. No. It has been their style every election cycle. That's it. It has been a way of life of them every election cycle. In 2019, the same group declared to support ADP as against PDP candidates. Yes. 2019. Have you heard about it? Jandor was not in PDP at that time.
Yes, 2017.
2017 for local government election. They worked for Labour.
Yes.
Same PDP leaders in Lagos State.
That's the Lagos PDP governorship candidate Abdulaziz Adeniro speaking there. Away from Lagos, a 5-story building has collapsed in the Onitsha area of Anambra State. Well, the chairman of the Anambra State Physical Planning Board, Mr. Chike Madueke, disclosed that the approval given was for the construction of a 3-story building, but the developer went contrary to plan and started erecting a 5-story building. No life was lost in the collapse, which has been described as partial. Meanwhile, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has threatened to sack the Transition Committee Chairman for Ogbaru Local Government Area, Pascal Aniagbuna, for allowing the construction of a fence on a space designated as a walkway of a major road. During a road inspection in the state, the governor was visibly angry as he demanded to know who approved the building whose fence covered the walkway along the Ododoku Road in Okpoko under Ogbaru Local Government Area. He then directed the LG boss to pull down the building or he will be sacked.
You stop it, you come and bulldoze it down. If I come here again and I see any of this rubbish, I'll sack you publicly. They're incompetent.
No, they began this when
they began it and you are watching it going on and you didn't bring it down. Where is the walkway? Come and show me the walkway. Come and show me. So you bring it down. You stop it and it's going on. Look at it. 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 Coming out on the road. Who changed it? You must go back and you have at least 1 meter where people can walk. By tomorrow this wall must be off. And they must go at least 1 meter up there. And they get me the paper who approved it. And I'll sack that person tomorrow. Get me whoever, if anybody approved this, that person is leaving my government tomorrow. Okay? Let them get me who approved this thing to be done this way. And I will dismiss that person tomorrow. Get me the paper.
Well, Governor Soludo talking tough there. We'll follow up to see if those particular words are followed through with. But let's talk business now. The Nigeria Employees Consultative Association, NECA, has commended the federal government for putting on hold the implementation of the Expatriate Employment Levy, that's the EEL. Mr. Adewale Smatoyoride, who's the Director General of NECA, in a statement particularly commended the Ministers of Interior and Industry, Trade and Investment for their roles in putting the EEL on hold. He adds that while the association appreciates the objectives of the scheme and the need to address gaps in the management of expatriate employment in Nigeria, he asks government to deepen engagement with stakeholders, including organized private sector. The ministry announced the decision on Saturday in a post on X. And outside Nigeria, Ukraine has strongly rejected a call by Pope Francis for Kyiv to negotiate an end to its war with Russia and have the courage to raise the white flag. Ukraine's foreign minister says it will never raise any other flags than the country's blue and yellow colors, while the country's President Volodymyr Zelensky dismissed the comments as virtual mediation. A Vatican spokesman later said the Pope was speaking of stopping the fighting through negotiation and not capitulation. Well, sports news is next. It rained gold for Team Nigeria at the 13th African Games holding in Accra, Ghana, as the game essentially saw the country picking 7 gold medals in badminton and wrestling events yesterday. Well, first to pick Nigeria's gold is reigning champion Anoluwapo Okpeyori, who defeated another Nigerian, Godwin Olofua, in the badminton men's singles final. And then Mercy Genesis filed out in the women's 50-kilogram wrestling event to win gold. Christian Ogusoya also won gold in the women's 53 kg. And the gold medals kept coming in. Oduayo Adekworoye, Esther Kolawole, Blessing Oborodudu, and Hannah Amuchechi all swept gold in their various events. Well, congratulations to Nigerian athletes. And ahead of the Paris 2024 Games, the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, has paid a visit to the Olympic Village. Bass, in company of Matteo Hanotin, who was a mayor of St. Denis, is impressed with how the organizers were able to infuse diversity, culture, and managed to prepare for the Games without overshooting their budget. The 2024 Paris Olympic Games will hold from July the 26th to August 11th, while Los Angeles will host the next Games in 2028.
So the diversity here, culturally, but also economically, so that there will be market rate as well as affordable housing that's here, I think is a great example. And now we need to see how we can help accelerate some of our projects that are already underway. But it's an opportunity also for our council president and council members to weigh in. This is very, very different from Los Angeles because, you know, in Los Angeles, we're not building an Olympic Village. Our athletes will be housed at UCLA. But this is just a wonderful example of how the Olympics can help be a catalyst, fast forward projects, and a vision that was already underway.
Oh, there you go. Top stories. It was also a big night at the Oscars. Of course, some of the big wins we'll be bringing to you on the show this morning.